Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Unified 12th week and day 2. That is, we are doing the experiencing love flow. So, if anyone doesn't have a book and pencil handy, just take a moment and grab it. So, we will be refining the creating formula. So what are we doing today on the experiencing love flow? Okay. But Babaji is reminding us of what this love is and how we feel and how we can recognize it. And why is it important for us to recognize it? Because that is when we know where we are in our true form, which we rightly deserve to be every moment, and also to identify when there is any deviation from that true self, that from our true expression, that from our true state that we need to be. Okay? And what we talked about love, and Babaji keeps reminding us that no matter what we think, what we talk, whatever state we are in our life, coming back as we have the single ingredient of everything and everyone is love. And love is the bottom line. That's something that he wants to hammer into us deeply. Yes, we may have doubt, we may have questions based on the situation that we are in, but does not matter what gets stirred up in between. Ultimately, it is love. And that is what unifies everything. And all of us. Okay, love does not matter. Yes. Do I have questions about it? Yes. Do I falter? Yes. But at the end of the day, uh, we need to recognize what it is. What is it that our true self is? What our true um, feelings must be, and why it has to be, and how, when we deviate, it takes us away from our true creator self. And to come back to our creator self, recognizing it is important. Okay? The conscious awareness that love is what you really are, and love is your link to God's thought and all his qualities. Um, and Babaji also reminds us this course is not to teach us to melt into oblivion. Rather, for us to say that we are a unique expression of God. And we are indeed an individual. We are unique, and we always will be unique. And at the same time, we are also unified with all of creation. Okay. What your role is in life is also unique. And we obviously look unique. We radiate, vibrate also uniquely. And we also have our own trademarks, or we reflect also uniquely. Nothing else in creation is like us, and yet everything is unified with you. That's what I say. So even though we feel individual, unique. And what we are learning here is, in spite of that, everything is unified with you. If you are unique, so is everyone else. You know, it just sometimes when we are complimented about anything and then we feel we are that special person, they gently remind us that if we are unique, we are special, we are uh, that which radiates that uniqueness. The next person, the opposite person, or someone on the opposite end of the globe, or from the other spectrum, from whatever social hierarchy we live, that we consider that as less or anything. They remind us that if we are, if you are unique, so is everyone else and that person or things, right? As family members, our thoughts are unique, our roles are unique, and we also similarly, our vibrations. We also have unique drives and desires. Yet, underneath all that uniqueness is love, the same love that underlies you. We all experience love in many ways. Like as a mother, we are caring for our child is an expression of love. The fondness for grandparents is another type of love. The feeling of compassion for someone caught up in a seemingly tragedy is also love. The feeling of joy at someone's success is love. And so throughout the day, what Babaji is asking for us to do this week is become aware of the many feelings you experience from your heart that are expressions of love. We feel that throughout, right? We feel that at different instances, different circumstances in our daily life. But what Babaji is asking us to recognize that expression of love. Okay? So, after all, we are connected to everything by love. So, we do experience that love with everything. The feelings we get when we look up the clear sky of stars too are feelings of love. When we feel so insignificant, when you go to the beach, you just experience wind in our face, and that smile that comes is that expression of joy and love within us. And it doesn't necessarily have to be limited to humans and nature. It can be a pet. The pet, when you come home at the end of the day, and the way the pets greet you, that is their expression, unique way of expressing and exchanging love. Plants, we also feel that joy when just the color of that greenery or the new bud that's coming in or the flower, that is also an expression of love, the feeling that we feel. Okay. And the different feelings of love every um, moment of the day, right? In various forms. Sometimes you just feel like that expression may come out from us in the form of a song, even no matter how heavy work we are doing. And recently there was a Babaji's channeling, and they were saying that how in olden days uh, there was a lot of hard labor uh, women would do, or even men, and they're juggling so many different things, and they sing. They sing collectively, even like making wheat flour. Like it's heavy and it's laborious. Those stones that you have to grind, and at that time they would sing. When they work, they would sing collectively. And when you sing, that expression of love comes out, and that actually takes the burden away. It makes the same laborious work much lighter. So that's something that we can um, incorporate in our daily lives, especially with such stressful life these days we have, mental stress. That's something that we can lower for ourselves. So today, what we do is, I hope you have your pen and paper handy. We write out a creating formula for expressing the various forms of love in your life. Okay, so ask your higher self to give you the most perfect words for your claim and acceptance section. So we have the creating formula, right? When after we unify with God and bring the qualities of God in us, we claim and accept. In that section of our creating formula, we ask a higher self to give us the most perfect words for our claim and acceptance. Okay? So when you think you have the most perfect sentence, speak it out, tell aloud, and ask your higher self if it is the if it is the most perfect claim for your creating formula. Ask, because we are still learning before we can start creating. And then wait for the yes and no signal. So whatever form, last week we had the exercise of yes and no. So wait for that yes and or no signal. And if you get a no signal, ask again for the perfect words to and repeat. Okay, ask higher self for the thoughts you have that interfere with the experience. Um, and list you prepared a few weeks ago during level 1 about such thoughts might be helpful for you now. Okay, so just you can cross verify with that. And this week, each day, recite the creating formula with understanding, conviction, meaning, and of course, love. And the thing, what you can also do is periodically ask, have I spoken out the knowledge correctly? Okay, and then again, wait for the yes or no signal. If no, find out what correction needs to be made using your yes and no signal to check your communication. And this week, your regular practice of sending love to everyone and everything as it occurs to you will be very especially joyful. Know and feel your heart connection as you send your infinite supply of love to the world. Okay, so with this, we will go for our practice. Please close your eyes. And make yourself comfortable. like next 40 minutes to just reserve for ourselves. So till that time, we can set our minds apart from all the responsibilities that we may have and completely immerse in experiencing the flow of love. Anyone wants to stretch your neck, arms, body to bring yourself into a space of relaxation, take that moment. When your body is relaxed, it helps your mind to be calm and cooperate. And you may take 3 deep breaths, completely filling your body and exhaling slowly. Those who wish to do it with me, you may do it. Let's take a deep breath. Fill your stomach, body, every cell in your body. Hold and let it go slowly. As you exhale, relax your shoulders, upper back, arms, and let all the stress completely come out of your body. Once again, take deep breath. Feel it. Hold and let it go. One last time. Hold. Let everything go out as you exhale. Bring your awareness to the center of your heart. And feel the love pulsating in your heart. Allow it to flow freely. Then to your entire body. And everything around you. And experience this pure, primordial joy and love. Your entire being. Unify with God. Let us clear our aura first. So to all uninvited influences in my aura, I send love and light. You are each whole and healed. You are each created as love and light. And you are still love and light. You each feel no pain now, and you are not afraid. You each have a perfect place to go. And I ask my higher self, please say your higher self name, to take you there now. Each of you go in peace. And send love to all thought forms around you. Let's close our aura. I close my aura to all accept my higher self. Unify with God, with completely believing every word. God is light, and so am I. God is love, and I am love. God is happiness, joy, and bliss. And I too am happiness, joy, and bliss. God is perfect. And say it with conviction. I am perfect too. God is peace and gentleness. And I am peace and gentleness. And feel that peace and gentleness in you. God is abundance, and I am abundance. And let us make every effort to operating from a whole self with love, joy, light, peace, and all the other qualities of God. Let us state the purpose of this session: to experience the flow of love. Make sure you're connected with your higher self. Receive the signal from your higher self and keep that signal for the entire period. Our creating formula is God and I claim and accept thoughts with forgiveness and thanks. Amen. We've done the God and I part. So now let's do the claim and accept. Writing the creating formula for experiencing the various forms of love in our life. Ask your higher self to give you the most perfect words for your claim and acceptance. Don't be alarmed if you receive some outrageous claim. Simply accept it, write it for now. It may take a little time to process. If you think you have the most perfect sentence, speak it out and ask your higher self if that is the perfect claim for your creating formula, and wait for yes or no signal. If you got a no signal, ask again for the perfect words and repeat. Now ask your higher self for the thoughts you have that interfere with this experience. If you have the list from your previous weeks where you are listing out the thoughts that interfere, add them to the thoughts section. I heal and release thoughts that I'm bound as a body. I heal and release thoughts that I am insignificant and unworthy of God's gifts. I release and heal thoughts that I'm ugly and sickly. I know that I'm everywhere present, free, beautiful, perfect, and worthy of all my divine has for me. I now also release and heal all thoughts I may have that interfere with my self acceptance, or that what hinders the experience of love. Known or unknown, conscious or unconscious. My thoughts are now one with, the same as, and in tune with God's thought. Let's go for the forgiveness. I recognize that no one can hurt me without my invitation. Knowing that I forgive everyone who has seemingly ever hurt or trespassed against me. I now realize that there is in truth nothing to forgive. My heart is in a state of forgiveness, a state of forgiving love. If there is any specific thing you need to forgive, please do so. Thank God for helping us experience this love, the free flow of love. Amen. I release this claim of God to God and the natural laws of creation. My claim is now created. That is the nature of natural law. Amen. Let's slowly come back to our bodies. If you wish to continue, please do so. If you need help, use your breath to come back to your bodies. Wiggle your toes and fingers. Gently rub your palms together. Place them in your eyes. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, you may open your eyes. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I see a question about the definition of unconditional love. Within that word itself, right? We have the meaning of un means doesn't exist. Conditional, that is, you're applying condition. So when you remove any condition to what you are doing, in this particular case, love, that's unconditional love. Think of simple, right? With your kids, no matter what they do, you may not approve of the action, but you will not stop loving. Even if they do the worst thing a human can do in this world. You will be firm. You will disapprove of the action. But loving your child is beyond the actions that they do. And one of the things I think, I don't know if you guys know this, there was one shooting in, I think, North Carolina, in a church where they were having a prayer session, Bible reading. And it was a black church, and a white guy went and killed 5 or 6 people who were doing the Bible study. And when during the sentencing, I think one of the brothers of the guy who was killed, he forgave and hugged him in the court. Right? And there was a big outrage in the black community that we are being suppressed. There's so much of harm being done to our community. How can you forgive? That is the power of forgiveness and unconditional love. And that's what he learned during his Bible studies. It's not easy. It's not easy. But he demonstrated the forgiveness and unconditional love there. We can do all the theoretical discussion, but applying it, that is one example that I hold very dearly about forgiveness and love. If he didn't unconditionally love people, at least this is how I feel, that he wouldn't have even been able to forgive. And to forgive someone in such a short time period who killed your own blood, your sibling, is something. I hope I've answered or at least clarified some of your doubt, Ashokji. Anyone else? Any other question? Okay, thank you all, everyone, for the messages, lovely messages that you're sending. If we don't have any question, have a wonderful Sunday. See you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye. I'm ending the session.